Considering this urgent situation, the focus is put on women empowerment, which is embedded in the urban and architectural strategy for Uluwatu. To embed this, 3 topics are being touched upon, beginning with safety. Eyes need to be on the street to create passive surveillance within the district. Besides, by creating a defined porous border, safe and community-oriented spaces are created within the district. Next is agriculture. By responding to the rural identity of Tubaba and giving women the opportunity to farm, the district can help to have a positive impact on women's economic participation. Last is daily convenience. Creating a walkable city means improving the daily life of women. By implementing healthcare facilities, the care that was previously taken by women is now being outsourced by professionals.
Wanita district is located on the northeast side of Uluwatu, close to the central spine, creating the border between the mid and the low-rise buildings. Wanita district has a defined porous border to secure safety. The border gets interrupted by the covered pathways connecting Wanita to neighboring districts. The covered pathways lead towards the central square, where public amenities and a market hall are placed. The northeast side offers space for agricultural purposes to provide land for women farmer groups. Creating a network of pedestrian footpaths allow the district to be walkable. Residents can easily navigate their way in their daily routines. This strategy resulted in 3 typologies. To start with the border blocks, which function as a mixed-use transition zone between the districts. Along the axis, residents can live and open shops. Finally, the urban villas in the middle become residential patches in between the green space.
The border blocks form a transition between the district road and the inner neighborhood. One side faces the active street, while the other borders agricultural land used by local women farmer groups. This results in 2 distinct building blocks. The street-facing block relates to the active and more urban character of the district road, while the field-facing block connects to the rural and agricultural identity of the neighborhood. The 2 blocks are separated to create a semi-private social access spine for the residents. Multiple blocks can be combined to form the edge of the district. They are arranged in staggered groups of 3, creating setbacks and variations along the district road. Narrow streets remain between the groups, providing access to the dwellings and creating routes into the inner district. Windows are also placed in the side facades facing these narrow streets. This means that every side of the building is overlooked and actively used, making the user feel safer in the neighborhood. In section, these relationships become clearer. The street-facing block has a semi-public plinth with shops and live-work units. Priority is given to women who want to start their own businesses. The plinth is set back to widen the pedestrian route and create space for shop owners to personalize the threshold between building and street. The field-facing block is 1 story lower, creating a gradual transition towards a rural landscape. Agricultural plots on the roofs can be rented by residents, with priority given to women. These plots support household food production and create a shared farming community. At the same time, the soil and vegetation protects the dwellings from direct solar heat. The social spine between the blocks provides access to the homes, but also creates shaded places where residents can meet and children can play. Staggered entrances create small thresholds that encourage interaction. Openings on both sides of each dwelling also allow natural cross-ventilation. Above the street-facing block, a raised corrugated steel roof creates a ventilated thermal buffer. Warm air can escape beneath the roof. The roof directs rainwater towards the agricultural fields, creating a natural irrigation system. In plan, the way the dwellings are connected and staggered becomes clear. It creates thresholds for the dwellings and encourages social interaction between the residents. The flexible floor plans allow different types of residents to live together, creating a diverse community. Meet Nisa, a student at Tubaba Art School. During her studies, she lives in one of the standard dwellings. A few years later, she gets a partner and he moves in with her. They continue to live in the standard dwelling. Years later, their family grows and they connect an additional unit to create more bedrooms. As she grows old, one of Nina's daughters joins a women farmer group and rents a roof plot, while the other moves to the ground floor to live in a work and living dwelling, where she owns a coffee shop in the front and she lives in the back. After their children move out, the parents downsize back to one of the standard dwellings. In this way, the border block combines a porous urban edge with social interaction, local food production, and women's economic participation, so hopefully all female farmers can be as happy as her.
Between these border blocks, a series of urban villas is introduced to activate the interior of the neighborhood. The literal meaning of an urban villa is a residential building respecting a non-contiguous order, 3 to 5 floors high, comprising one or more dwellings and linked by a collective stairwell. This typology fits well within the master plan. The buildings are asymmetrically arranged so that they do not look directly at one another. Besides that, with this arrangement, eyes will go everywhere to secure safety. The building consists of 5 floors. The ground floor is reserved for communal and public functions like laundry rooms or daycare, but is suitable for dwellings too in the future. The middle part is designed for families, while the top part functions as a couple's apartment. The apartments are designed with common principles. Living spaces are located in the corners to maximize views and daylight, while bedrooms are distributed along all facades. This creates a building that relates equally to its surroundings. The building is organized around a central access system that starts at the ground floor and connects all dwellings. This section also reveals the climate aspect of the design. The facade is perforated and the roof consists of metal corrugated sheets to create natural airflow. The integrated vegetation in the perforations cool the air down. The large overhang protects the building against the sun, while creating a communal balcony. A metal mesh is attached to the overhang to create a safer feeling while still keeping the connection to the outside. The rainwater gets collected in the middle and flows down through the staircase into the ground. The building accommodates different family sizes, from the ground floor up, from big to small, since it's easier for bigger families to be connected to the ground floor. For the apartments, common principles are applied. The dwellings are stacked in a way that the wet cells are positioned above each other. The floor plan is opened up so airflow can get into the apartment. The kitchen is placed in such a manner that if the residents want, they can close it off. Besides that, the bedrooms are big enough to allow adaptability. Every dwelling is connected to a generous shared balcony that extends the living space and strengthens social interaction between neighbors. The couples also have a diagonal apartment with a large dining area to be able to invite friends and family. In conclusion, this urban villa combines community, flexibility and climate-responsive design into a residential building that strengthens both the neighborhood and the everyday life of its residents.